friends, foes, enemies, men, women, children, and undecided brand new genders. You're not watching the Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Ellen, Jimmy Colbert, or the Jimmy Noah show. You're watching the right show. We make fun of the stuff the radical left won't even touch. We're not even really on the right. We're just moderates that notice funny things happening, and being a moderate is considered far right-wing radical in 2023. Today, we will talk about the loss of a legendary Persian wrestler, the Iron Sheik. An old lady gives a robber an intense beatdown, or as they call it in the wrestling world, Smackdown, invites that person to the Smackdown Cafe. We have the U.S. women's soccer team losing 12-0 to men who they thought they could beat. They thought they were equal in soccer, and they learned the hard way they're not. And finally, Tom Cruise stuns us with a stunt like you've never seen before. Thank you for tuning in. You're not going to want to miss it. Tell your friends, jump on now, leave your comments. We're going to put them up on the screen so you too are a part of this show. Celebrities, all of us are, because this is not a podcast. This is a support group for normal people. Here we go. "113 episodes in. We have not really missed much more than a week or two here and there because of the holiday season. YouTube has 391,000 subscribers now, so we're on our way to 400,000. Anything you can do to help, tell your friends. Grab your friend's phone, steal your friend's phone, and hit subscribe. And they're going to be like, huh? This is the best gift ever. Next, we have to talk about TikTok numbers going up. A lot of you don't like TikTok. It's spying on you. It's Chinese. But guess what? As a comedian, I have to put my stuff on there, and then people see it, and then they come see the show. Then we can encourage them to join an American company after that. How American is Nike, Facebook, Instagram? I don't know. That's up for you to debate in the comments. But the point is, we're moving up, up, up. I want to know, where do you live? Put in the chats. Where do you live? Because I'm on a huge world tour right now. There's a good chance I'm coming right near you, or I'll be in the city next door. You could put on your own comedy night for your friends. 20 people in the living room, 60 people at a convention little ballroom in a restaurant, 5,000 people at an amphitheater. We could do all of it. Look, we got Virginia in the house. We got all kinds of people. So you guys just keep leaving where you're from in the comments. And I'm going to tell you, I was recently in Phoenix, Brea, Orange County, California, and Oxnard. Oxnards. Okay, we had a great time. But also, The Little Mermaid is a very popular movie right now. So people are seeing The Little Mermaid, then they're seeing my comedy show, and I'm kind of combining the two. Here's my take on The Little Mermaid and how they should have named it, renamed it, or changed it now that there was a new actor. Tell me if you agree. Enjoy. Single people, where you at? Ooh, yeah. It's tough being single now because the main way to meet people is on those apps. You go on an app and you start looking for someone, and then you have to meet that weirdo on a date. Married people, you don't know. It could be somebody else sitting there on the date. You could get tricked. There's a term for it. It's called catfish. You guys have heard that? Catfish. Catfish means that you thought you matched with this person. You show up, there's a different person sitting there. It's so popular they made a show about it. Yeah, it's happened to me. Yeah, well, it was the same girl. She just gained a bunch of weight. So I call it a blowfish, but it's still a problem. Blowfish, you get up close. Yeah. Yes, and I was thinking, there's so many things that can go wrong on these dates. You could show up and she's wearing way too much makeup. Clownfish, right? Yeah. You could show up and it's a dude sitting there. Swordfish. You know what? Yes. It could happen. They're all on plentyoffish.com. You gotta watch it. Yeah. You could match with a white girl. You show up expecting a white girl. It's a black girl. Little Mermaid. There's nothing wrong. It's just shocking. It wasn't what we were expecting. It wasn't what we were expecting. That's a controversial thing right now. Little Mermaid is black. Yeah. And I think the original was like a Danish woman with red hair. There's not a lot of sun under the sea. You know, so you're pretty pale, you know? But if they want to make a new movie, that's totally fine. Make a new movie about an African mermaid and just make it a new story. You don't have to just change it in the original. Just make, I want to know about the new character, the new story, and give it a new title. Call it The Little Kool-Aid. Something else. Yeah. If there were more black people here, they would have laughed at that. I'm going to tell you right now. If there were more black people here, they would have laughed at that. That's the problem with doing a black joke in Huntington Beach, California. Okay? But we're going to fix this. I'm going to San Francisco next, and then I'm going to be in Phoenix, and I'm going to be in DC. We're going to solve that problem there. Did you like the joke? Put it in the comments. That joke has never been seen before in its entirety. You get it first because you guys are so cool. You could be the little Kool-Aid, just like me. Now, when we come back, a whole lot more of The Right Show. Do not miss it. Catching up in the comments, we got $20 thanks to Beth Coddington. Now, this is fantastic. I'm coming back to Minneapolis. I believe Beth is in the area. She probably drives 4 or 5 hours to get to the show. But you just sent me $20. All the tips you guys put in the bucket, and it's called Super Chats on YouTube. It's called Stars on Facebook, or you do you could do a Venmo, KVON-KVON. All that just goes into my advertising budget. I keep using that money to advertise upcoming shows, but we want to give you the proper thank you to Beth Coddington. Always a great supporter. All right, moving right along. The Iron Sheik has sadly passed away. Now, anyone that was a fan of wrestling in the 80s and 90s knows the Iron Sheik. Wrestling kind of follows what's going on in America. So if there was a tension between Iran and America, then wrestling provides Hulk Hogan, Mr. America, and then it comes up with a heel, a bad guy, the Iron Sheik, to take the fall so that America can go to their different wrestling matches and watch Hulk Hogan beat the heck out of the Iron Sheik. Well, it just so happens I'm Iranian, Persian background, so my family liked the Iron Sheik. He was actually a hero, a world-class wrestler in Iran, and he became a professional wrestler, which some people call it a fake wrestler, but very entertaining wrestler, just like The Rock, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant. This was the Iron Sheik, and I want you to take a look right here at none other than Dwayne The Rock Johnson speaking eloquently about the wrestling legend we just lost. Take a look. This guy, The Rock, everyone knows his famous phrase, "Jabroni, I should lay the smackdown on your Rudy Poo candy." Well, guess what? All those phrases came from the Iron Sheik.
And we lost a pro wrestling legend today, the Iron Sheik. And I just want to say, well, a few things. Most importantly, I want to send my love and my support, my strength, my light, my mana, and my condolences to the Iron Sheik's family, who I consider Ohana. They are a family of ours too as well. As I think a few of you may know, I grew up calling the Iron Sheik Uncle Sheiky, and when my dad and the Iron Sheik used to wrestle together, not only in the WWE, but also before that, when we were living in the Carolinas, in North Carolina, and my dad and the Iron Sheik were wrestling together there for the National Wrestling Alliance, the NWA. Uncle Sheiky would come over to the house and his wife would babysit me, and I was about 8 years old at that time, and I was a pain in the ass even then. So God bless that woman, his wife, Carol. Thank you, Carol, for putting up with all my shit as a kid. I hope you guys are staying strong. And again, I'm so sorry to hear the news. And I will say this, as someone who has professional wrestling in his blood, and had it not been for the world of professional wrestling, I would not have the life that I have today. Because it was everything. And my grandfather was in pro wrestling, my dad, my cousins, my grandmother, everybody, you name it. So as a man who loves professional wrestling, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the Iron Sheik and all of his accomplishments. And of course, there's so many Iron Sheik stories that are just classic and legendary as the man himself. I'll share this really quickly with you guys. So when I first started as a rookie in the WWE, it was a WWF at that time. In the world of pro, there is no world like pro wrestling. And when you're a rookie, you better tie your boots up pretty fucking tight, because that locker room is a tough one. And if you could survive it, then you got a good shot at making it. So when I first came into the WWE, the Iron Sheik had pulled me aside because, again, he was family. And he said, Baba, let me tell you something. He said, he had this great accent. He said, you come into the locker room, you sit down, you shut your mouth, you don't say anything, and you just watch and you learn. And then, he said, and then you understand who the good people and who the jabronis. And then, by the way, as simplistic as that sounded, it was true. I sat there every night in the locker room, I'd shut my mouth and I'd just watch and I'd learn. And of course, a couple of years later, when I became The Rock, I borrowed the term jabroni, and The Rock says, you jabroni, shut your mouth and know your role. Oh, I use that word, that jabroni. And by the way, jabroni became a fixture in lexicon. I believe it's in the Webster's dictionary now, and they give me credit for it. No. The truth is, all the credit goes to the Iron Sheik, because that was his word. He used it. I just happened to come along and, start saying it in my promos. You jabronis! But Iron Sheik, thank you. Thank you for the memories. And perhaps more importantly, thank you for paving the way for guys like me who love pro wrestling. So thank you, Iron Sheik, for the memories. You are a legend. You will be missed, but never forgotten.
What a humble guy. Now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson threw it down. He appropriated the word jabroni from the Iron Sheik, the Iranian legend. So rest in peace, Iron Sheik. Now, many of you don't know this. I also had a run-in with the Iron Sheik. So I'm 1 degree away from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and I can go in there and act with him and tell him to know his damn role and shut his mouth. Now, look, this would be so funny if you've never seen this. Take a look at Iron Sheik just a few years ago, preparing me to go on tour, making sure I was strong and ready to attack that stage.
Oh.
Don't tell her.
I won't.
You guys don't tell her.
It'll be our little secret.
It might be better. Being fit on the road is really important to me. Partially because for Nowruz, they keep giving you 5 or 6 helpings of kebab, rice. These things are not diet friendly. Okay, if you only do 1 Nowruz a year, you can handle it. I'm doing like 17 shows. Sometimes you get a nice gym, and then you got to really go for it because you may not see one of those for a little while.
Make sure you touch your chest on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect so far. Next time 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next time 6. Next time don't talk.
It's too hard, Sheik. It's too hard.
It's too hard.
It's too hard.
You cannot take it, and you better get up and pack your bag. Get the out of here. Come back next time.
That was an amazing excerpt from my documentary where I went and learned about the Persian culture because I grew up in Reno, Nevada. My father left Iran and could never go back. So what are you going to do? You're going to go see the legends and pay your dues, give them their flowers and ask them for advice. I love Iron Sheik. Next time 5. Next time don't talk. Next time 6. It's too hard. Get out. And he kicked me out. How funny was that? If you want to support my comedy, instead of just throwing a tip in the bucket, go on kvoncomedy.com, go to the store, go to the shop, and order the Nowruz documentary, Persian New Year, where you can see the Iron Sheik and 20 other celebrities teaching me how to be more Persian. With that said, I have to give a shout out to a lady who decided that she loved wrestling so much. She loved the Iron Sheik so much. She made her wedding wrestling themed when it came to the final bride and groom dance. I know it's hard to understand. Take a look. What did you think of that, folks? Would you have a wrestling themed wedding? She was obviously a big fan. She did a perfect stunner. That's the Stone Cold Steve Austin stunner. And then she got on top of him and pinned him. That means he's out. She is now in charge of him. He is the jabroni for the rest of his life after marrying her. Take a look one more time. So it could happen to anybody. Let's take a look in the comments to see what you guys think. That was neat. What a wonderful memory. Now that's a memorable wedding. and listen up to the experts. Folks, that's what goes down on the Right Show podcast. We're going to be right back with a whole lot more. Don't touch that mouse. A lot of you have wondered, Kvon, those t-shirts you're selling on the road are so popular. How do I get one? Well, I've built a whole new website, teespring.com/GOPHO, GoFo. Okay. It's not faux, it's fa. Anyways, I want you to take a look at all the different colors, the different items. These things are selling like hotcakes. Very popular. And I'm so glad to say, it's all thanks to you. During the pandemic, they shut down a lot of these restaurants. I was like, I have an idea for a Vietnamese restaurant. We'll make it a drive-through only Vietnamese restaurant. Drive-through only, you take the ingredients, you eat them at home. I already got the name picked out. Go pho yourself. Politicians like, you're not essential. Go pho yourself. We open. Vietnamese, that's my favorite kind of Asian. You know why I like Vietnamese? Because the food is delicious. They have a soup. It's spelled P-H-O. You ever heard of that soup? Yep. When I went there, first time, I go, can I try your pho? The lady's like, it's not pho, it's pho. Then I realized the name of her restaurant was hilarious. It was Good For You. I'm like, damn, that's funny, man. I was like, this is good for me. That's good. But then I started looking for Vietnamese food all around the world. I went to Las Vegas. I kid you not, there's a lady there named Kim Long. So she opened her own restaurant and named it after herself. It's called Pho Kim Long. Accident? I don't know. Go pho yourself. Go pho yourself. Hey, and a big shout out to Sandy Wu, who came and got a couple shirts and had a bunch of laughs at the comedy show in Brea. And it's always fun to see the people that gather here in real life. And a shout out for the tip. I'll never forget that. Now I don't have to split some of it with GoFundMe.com or YouTube doesn't take their portion. Sandy's like, here, this is direct from me to you. All right, keeping this thing moving right along. Upcoming tour dates. If you want to know where can you see the Kvon Comedy Show, this is episode 113. And part of the reason we do these episodes is so I can show you where I'm going to be next, okay? Don't say, oh, you didn't tell me. I didn't know you were going to be there. I'm telling you right now. We got Monterey tomorrow. Monterey is a beautiful place, one of the most scenic, gorgeous places in the world. You do not want to miss Monterey. Do whatever it takes to be the one person that gets to go to Monterey and enjoy the weather, the comedy show, the wine, the artichoke festival, all different kinds of food and hummus. Delicious, amazing. Never miss something like that. San Francisco is the day after that. Las Vegas, Laughlin, Minneapolis, Phoenix, Austin, Dallas, San Diego, Vancouver, Canada, Raleigh, Washington, D.C., St. Louis, Missouri, Indianapolis, Edmonton. And don't forget, we did just add San Diego. So that's coast to coast, different countries. Don't tell me, oh, you didn't come to my town. Yes, I did. You got to do the rest. You got to come see me. I'll see you right after this. It's time for a little meme off. This is a little fun little break we take from the serious news. These are the memes I posted in the last couple days, and they're so popular. I wanted to have you guys vote on your favorite. Now, here is one that got over 10,000 likes. Now, for a man to get 10,000 likes is like being a girl with an amazing butt doing squats right in front of the camera. Women that do squats with their butt in front of the camera and everything's kind of spreading and closing and spreading, those women get 10,000 likes per video from a bunch of incel guys who are like, hey, you're hot. Hey, call me. And those girls already have a boyfriend or what have you. But for a man to get 10,000 likes means you really struck a chord. No butt was involved. Take a look here. American trans versus Asian trans. Come on, guys. It's like you're not even trying. And you can zoom in and see the difference. So no matter how good or great you think you are in this world, there's going to be an Asian better than you out there somewhere. Okay? Take a look at that. Please put in the comments if you are voting as this is your favorite meme or this one. I have dirt on the Clintons. And as soon as the tire said that, it became a tire swing. Ooh, just hanging there like Epstein, who didn't do it to himself. If that is not your favorite meme, could it be this final third one? Please vote. Mommy, what did that lady mean when she said what her pronouns are? It means she's insane and you should stay away from her, dear. Tell me if that was your favorite meme. This is a meme off. We're going to be voting for your favorites. Okay, so we're going to go back through it one more time. What's your favorite meme? Mommy, what did that lady mean when she told her pronouns? By the way, plot twist. That lady was that little girl's daddy who said, these are my pronouns. And now the little girl's going to mom and asking, what did daddy mean? And mom is saying, stay away from her. You see, it's very confusing these days in modern families. The next meme was, if you have dirt on the Clintons, you may become a tire swing. And the final one is, come on, dudes. You're not even trying, bro. If you're going to pretend to be a woman, then get in the game. Let's see what you guys have to say in the comments. The Clinton one, 1 vote for Clinton. The Asian one, 1 vote for Asian. And another Clinton one, another Clinton one. Wow, wow, wow. Looks like Clinton was the breakout winner. I was not expecting that. I was leaning towards Asian men versus American men. It's like the American men, women are not even trying. Well, Hillary Clinton, congratulations. You've never won a presidential election, but you did win the meme off, thanks to the TRS family. All right, did you know Tom Cruise does his own stunts? Everybody talks about it, but have you really seen it? This guy is close to 60 years old. He's getting ready for this movie. He's riding a motorcycle up and launching himself off of a mountain. I have to show you to believe it. Oh, Tom Cruise gets to do this for a living, and he loses a brand new motorcycle every time he tries it. And he did this not once, not twice, not 3 times. I'll let them tell you.
I saw a canopy. You guys, thank you.
Now, Tom, that was absolutely beautiful. Like, nothing wrong. Bike went away. I mean, the track was perfect. It was actually, it was great.
Thanks, mate. I think I can hold to the bike a little longer.
Pretty much the biggest stunt in cinema history. Tom Cruise just rode a motorcycle off a cliff 6 times today.
Six times. I tell you, if someone gave me the opportunity, I would be doing that too. That's the kind of acting I would do. I'd be like, let me ride the motorcycle off the cliff again. Let me go again. Can I go again? That's better than Disneyland, Magic Mountain, and Legoland all wrapped into one. So shout out to Tom Cruise doing his own stunts. How impressive was that? And he could just be a pretty boy actor resting on his laurels at the age of 55, 60 years old. He keeps going for it, sending it, full send. Now, not to be outdone, age is nothing but a number. This 82-year-old woman got approached by a stranger, broke into her home, but she's a weightlifter. She does her own stunts too. She laid the smackdown on this would-be burglar.
All right, I will give you a second to press the record button on your remote because you're going to want to save this story. Police say an intruder broke into a Rochester woman's home late last night. Now, the woman lives alone, admits she was scared. But as Andrew Banis explains, the intruder quickly learned he was no match for the 82-year-old inside.
A crowd gathered around 82-year-old Willie Murphy at the Maplewood YMCA today, all of them captivated as Murphy shares the story of what she experienced Thursday night. A man knocked on the door to her home.
He was outside saying, please call an ambulance because I'm sick.
Murphy said she called police but didn't let the man inside. Suddenly,
I hear a loud noise, and I'm saying to myself, what the heck is that? The young man is in my home. Broke the door.
She tried not to panic. After all, she spends most of her days doing this. An award-winning weightlifter who just won a competition earlier this year.
I'm alone and I'm old, but guess what? I'm tough.
She says she grabbed a nearby table.
I took that table and I went to working on him, and guess what? The table broke.
The man fell to the floor.
When he's down, I'm jumping on him.
When officers arrived minutes later, it wasn't Murphy who needed medical attention.
He's laying down already because I had really did a number on that man.
The suspect, who police say was intoxicated, was taken to the hospital. Murphy is not pressing charges. Today, she's cheered on by her friends at the gym. Some even taking selfies with her. Rajon Sells says he hopes the suspect learned a lesson.
She is the wrong person to mess with.
Jim Marin has been friends with her for over a decade. He's not surprised Murphy held her own.
I probably weigh close to twice as much as her. I wouldn't want to tango with her. Don't mess with Willie.
Don, I wouldn't mess with her. That's for sure.
I love it.
For the record, she told me she can deadlift 225 pounds, which is a lot more than me. And she hopes her story will inspire others of all ages.
Yeah. Did you do a little arm wrestling with her?
I did not want to embarrass myself because I surely would have.
And she just likes to work out, does she say? She just wants to keep in shape?
Yeah, that's it. She just wants to be healthy. It's a passion of hers, and she continues to go. She's been going there for almost a decade to that YMCA, almost every single day. She's very well known there.
All right, gotta love it. All right, if you didn't really...
I want you to compare a black woman in Rochester who goes to the gym and she doesn't call the cops and get them involved. She handles the business on her own and then goes back to the gym when she's done. So there's a lot to be said with what a great person she is. However, compare that to the average Democrat, leftist, white male. This girl pulled a prank on her Democrat leftist friend. He must be from San Francisco, went to Berkeley, or maybe he's from Portland or Seattle. The point is, he was scared there was a mouse in the house. Tell me, who do you prefer? A strong, confident woman or a man, ladies? You want a man like this.
Beep, 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 beep. Wait, I got a mouse. Beep. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do we do? Dude.
Give me a picture.
What do you want? What do you want?
Give me a picture now. Give me a picture now to throw up. I don't. What do we do? Give me a book. Give me a book. I'll kill it.
No! I don't want you to kill it.
I hate rats.
The mouse.
How big is it? Okay, give me something. Give me something.
I don't want you to hurt it.
Okay, I need you to hold this shit.
Why'd you push it towards me?
Stop. Stop. Okay, ready, go.
What do you want me to do? You got me.
Ready, go. Open it. Go. When we drop down.
Never talk to me again. Now, ladies, if you're with a man who's using his toe to hold a bowl and move it around the floor, and he's puking in his own mouth at the idea there's a mouse under a bowl and screaming louder than you, well, then maybe you need to shack up with that old athletic black lady.
All right, I will give you a second to press the record button on your remote.
That's just me. Who am I to judge? Folks, when we come back, there's still a whole lot more of The Right Show. Don't miss it. This is the best show on YouTube. Sadly, the United States women's team goes on TV every single day begging for equal pay, equal rights, equal stadiums full of equal people spending equal dollars on their subpar soccer skills. In fact, they're so confident in their ability to play soccer, they challenged a low-budget men's team in Europe to a game, and they lost 12-0. They played $1 million tournament, and after the huge loss, and they predicted they were going to win, the U.S. women's soccer team said, well, at least we're being brave. Okay? We're being so brave. Nobody watches sports to see who's being brave. We want to see who's winning and who's losing. LeBron is not being brave out there. He's either the best or he goes home. Steph Curry is not being brave when he shoots three-pointers from the other side of the court. He is being excellent. So Put that as another feather in the U.S. women's cap. Next time they ask for equal pay, equal money, equal fans, equal hot dog sales, tell them no. This is not real soccer. In fact, I covered this in my comedy clip, and it's so appropriate now. Take a look. Tell me what you think.
And some people that are born and raised in America, they don't even appreciate it as much. And that really bothers me when I see like a celebrity on TV hating on the country. The one that really pissed me off the most was Megan Rapinoe. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Yeah, I'll explain. Megan Rapinoe is like a soccer player. She's got like pink and purple hair. And this is what messed me up. She went to the White House. I've never been. And she got to meet the president. I never got to do that. And she went on TV at the president's house and was like, this country's never been fair for people like me. Because she's like LGBTQIA+. And I'm like, but you're at the White House. You got all this. And I looked it up. She gets paid to play soccer. $3 million for playing soccer, you guys. Not even real soccer. Women's soccer. That's awesome. The Karens will come for me for that joke. They will. Just so you know, like that's gonna come. You know, they might even Will Smith me while I'm up here. You hit me. Go back and sit down. Keep Megan Rapinoe name out your mouth. Keep Megan Rapinoe name out your mouth. Not as peaceful as they say they are. I am not anti-Megan Rapinoe. I'm pro-USA. That's what it comes down to. Yep. It's a beautiful place. An amazing country where you can play soccer and not only make $3 million, which she does, she also has sponsorships she does not deserve. She got paid $1 million from Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret paid her $1 million. That's right. And if you've seen her body, she has no secrets. Let's be real. I have bigger secrets than Megan Rapinoe, if anyone wants to know. Right here. Sir, you got some bigger boobies than Megan right there. Yeah, hell yeah. You too. You got some big old boobies right there. Yeah. We should be angels. That's diversity. Diversity. Yes, diversity. Make us angels. We'll pull the thing up and we'll walk. We will do it. I looked it up. She gets paid $3 million a year from Subway sandwiches for a woman that does not want a foot long in her mouth. I'm just saying she wants to eat fresh, but not like that. She should be sponsored by Arby's. That's all I'm saying. Arby's.
If you enjoyed that clip, it is from Essential, my 1-hour comedy special. Please pick it up on my website, kvoncomedy.com. This concludes The Right Show. Freedom of speech is under attack, so we have it right here each and every week. Join the kvoncomedy.com/newsletter list so that I can send you messages and let you know when I'm coming to your town. The one thing I hate more than anything is when I leave San Francisco or Chicago or Philadelphia and 2 days later I get a message, when are you coming to San Francisco or Chicago or Philadelphia? So please follow, subscribe, like, and tell your friends so they don't feel bad and left out too. Today we covered U.S. women's soccer, pro wrestling, amateur wrestler woman who beat the heck out of a person who tried to break in her house, and Tom Cruise in a stunts. But we ended with many, many laughs, and that's what we do right here, right now, on The Right Show. Truth through comedy, waking America up with laughter. I'll see you all next week for more of The Right Show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.